Hello students, I hope you all are fine and safe in your home. So in the last talk we people have discussed about the meristematic tissue, and there also a little bit we have seen about the permanent tissue, that how many types of permanent tissues are there, right? So permanent tissues are of two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So first of all we are going to deal with the simple permanent tissue, and in the last blog also I have given you reason why the simple is simple and why the complex is complex. Okay, I think that is clear to everyone. So keeping in that in your mind, let us proceed further with the simple permanent tissue. Okay, so simple permanent tissue is of three types as per we have discussed before: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. First of all we are going to deal with the parenchyma. Okay, so parenchyma, these are the living cells. Which type of cells these are? These are the living cells. Okay. Next ones, these are usually, the shape is of different type. Okay. So many cells are there. So can be either of the types. Can be isodiametric, can be pentagonal, can be sphere, can be oval in structure. So it will vary accordingly. So cells are usually isodiametrically, basically. Okay. Can be oval, spherical, pentagonal, anything. Next one, some of them, see there are various type of parenchyma tissues present in the different parts of the plant. Okay, so what this parenchyma tissues do will study further in the function, but before that we should know that some of the parenchyma tissues possess chlorophyll within them. They are having the green pigment within them, and I hope you know what is the function of green pigment. The name is chlorophyll, yes of course. And what is the function? To trap the sunlight for photosynthesis process, isn't it? Yes, it will do the same process. It will function, it will trap the sunlight and will help out in the photosynthesis. So some of the parenchyma cell possess the chlorophyll within it and hence is helpful in the photosynthesis process. They will store food also. Okay, so the point is here, some possess chlorophyll, hence known as chlorine-chyma. तो here parenchyma का जो name है that will be converted into chlorine-chyma due to the presence of chlorophyll. Okay, some of the parenchyma is present in most of the aquatic plants. You would have seen the lotus plant that is having a soft tendril stem, right, with so many pores inside air cavities present, and even though the wall of the stem is having so many cavities, air cavities within it. Okay, pores is there, right? So what is this? This is that because the tissues in those cells are arranged distance apart, therefore it is having possessing pores in the wall of the lotus plant or any aquatic plant we could say of the stem. Okay, now so hence due to that that is providing cavity, its arrangement is leaving out pores within that, leaving out the cavity. Hence that particular type of parenchyma will be known as the aerenchyma. Hence it is providing air cavity, it is known as aerenchyma. So some provide air cavity in aquatic plants, making them flexible. And if we will see that we can see, you would have observed also, when there is a current flow of water, okay, whatever the flow of water is there or whatever the velocity of current is there, so this plant does not get destroyed, they don't break, but they bend and come to its original position. That is a kind of flexibility provided by this parenchyma tissue. Okay, next one, having intercellular space. Yes, what is this intercellular space? I'll make you understand. See, cell is here, intercellular space. Cells, these are the group of cells, right? These are the group of cells. Tissue matlab kya? That is the group of cells. So when the cells are arranged in a group, they are having space. You could see here space, है ना? Free space. So this is termed as intercellular space. Okay, this space is known as the intercellular space. Space between the cells. So we could see here the space is there. If we discuss about the cell wall, thickness of the cell wall, as it is a plant cell, so it will be having the cell wall also. So outermost is the cell wall, and we'll see that its cell wall is thin. Okay, its cell wall is. So we were discussing with the cell wall of the permanent tissue. So here whatever the number of or the group of cells will be there, so their cell wall will be thin. Okay. Next point is cell wall is made up of cellulose. As it is a plant cell, so definitely the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Next one, function. As we have discussed, some of them possess chlorophyll within them and are known as chlorenchyma. So they will be responsible in the photosynthesis process. Next one, storage. What does it store? Hence it is undergoing photosynthesis process. So food is there, right? Food is synthesized there. So it will store the food also. Next one is secretion. You would have seen that some of the plants, just like gum plant, when we are plucking the leaf or what to say, twigs from that particular plant, milky substance is ejecting out, oozing out from there, right? So that particular is a kind of secretion by the plant. So it is also done by the parenchyma tissues. Okay. So next we will see, yes, collenchyma. Okay. Okay students, so now we are going to discuss about the collenchyma. Here, collenchyma is another type of simple permanent tissue. It is present in the dicot plant. Basically, it is found in the dicot plant. If you don't know what is dicot and monocot, I'll explain you. If I give you a piece of, sorry, not a piece, if I give you a seed of rice and a seed of gram, what the difference can you find out? Some would be saying size, some would be saying shape, color. But other than that, what is the difference you could see? If you mash it like this with your finger, what the difference you could see? You will find that the seed of gram is dividing into two equal halves, where the seed of rice is not able to divide into two equal halves. Just like gram seed is there, then pea seed is there, then pulses seed is there. So that is able to divide into two equal halves. We could see their seed is dividing into two equal halves. Those are known as the dicot. Where is monocot? Just like rice is there. What else? Maize is there. Wheat is there. Whose seeds cannot be divided into two equal halves and is termed as monocot, having the single cotyledons. Dicot having two cotyledons. Whatever the seed part is dividing, that is termed as the cotyledons. Okay. So monocot. I think dicot is clear to you people. Dicot example is the pea. We could take gram like this. So those plants will be termed as the dicot plant. Okay. So here collenchyma is basically present in the dicot plants, and it is the most important. It is the living cells. Okay. These are the living cells. If we will see the shape of the cell, then that will be of oval shape, maybe spherical, maybe polygonal, either of them. Then cell wall is thick at the corners. At the various places it is thick due to the deposition of cellulose on its surface. Okay? Not everywhere it will be found thick, but at some places it will be found as a thick due to the deposition of the cellulose. Okay, we will see the function of it now along with the intercellular space. If you are talking about the intercellular space, that is absent here. Student, here intercellular space is absent, as we have seen in the earlier one. Little bit intercellular space was there, that means the space between the cells was found, but here the completely intercellular space is absent, means the cells are arranged very close to each other, that they are not giving any space. Okay, next is very rare of them are having chlorophyll. Okay, very rare are having maybe in ignorance way they are having the chlorophyll within it. Okay, it's very rare of them will be having. So they are also responsible for storing food too. So let us see the functions now. Functions support mechanically to stand straight or to withstand within any kind of situation. So in this way they are supporting mechanically. Next one, some of them sometimes they store food, because I have told you, we have discussed also, right, some of them are having chlorophyll within it, pigment. So they will perform photosynthesis and will store the food. Some are having that property also. Okay, I hope this collenchyma is clear to everyone. Now next one we are going to see sclerenchyma. Okay student, this one we can see the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, the basic thing of it is these are the dead cells. Okay, these are the dead cells. Before this we have studied about the parenchyma and collenchyma. They were the living cells, but now we could see here sclerenchyma, that is the dead cells and is also known as the fiber tissues. This tissue are also known as the fiber tissue because their cells are elongated, sharp and pointed at the end. Okay, this type of structure we could see in the cell. Okay, so we could see here the cell is elongated and is pointed from both the sides. It is not oval, polygonal or spherical, not like that, but it is elongated. Okay, and is having sharp point from the both the ends. You could see. Then having long, narrow, as per I have told you, having long, narrow, elongated cells. Next one, cell wall is thick. Remember, cell wall is thick due to the deposition of lignin. A chemical substance gets secreted over the cell wall and its name is lignin, and hence it is making the cell wall thick. Okay, so cell wall is thick due to the deposition of lignin. You could see a lignin. Okay, and what is the function? Lignin function as a cement. If I ask you what is the function of cement in our day-to-day life, yes, the answer would be like this, that the cement is used for adjoining the two bricks for building house, for building buildings, right? So yes, of course it is responsible for joining the bricks. Okay, so similarly here this lignin which gets deposited over the cell wall is responsible for adjoining the adjacent cells. Okay, there is no intercellular space, so the cells are connected with this lignin, hence it is functioning as a cell. These tissues, as per I have told you, are known as the fiber tissue. Okay, so these tissues are termed as a fibrous tissue or fibers also because of its elongating and narrow nature of the cell, narrow structure of the cell. Okay, therefore it is termed as the fiber tissues. Okay, next we will see the intercellular space. Intercellular space is completely absent. Here intercellular space is absent and the function is to provide mechanical strength to the plant. Okay, it is helping in the form of mechanical strength, providing mechanical strength to the plant. And one more thing, student, it is found, these fibers or the tissues are found also in the fruit. Easily you can see in the guava fruit. When you are eating the guava fruit, the ripened one, guava, you could see the fiber-like structure, thread-like structure would be there when you are biting the guava, right? Yes, you would have noticed that. So that is also a kind of sclerenchyma tissue. The sclerenchyma tissues are present, hence it is appearing to be the fiber-like structure or thread-like structure within that. Okay, I hope student this topic is clear to everyone, and we'll further in the next blog we will see for the complex permanent tissue. Okay, have a nice day to everyone.